Thank you. That was very both personal and informative. Our next portion of the meeting, I better get right to it because the clock is pushing it, is table topics with, and will be led by John Stanton. Please welcome John.
Hello. Well, keeping with Brandon's theme in November, I thought I would choose a couple dates or things that happened in November and ask you to speak impromptu about it. So last Sunday was Veterans Day. Bill, I am wondering if you could tell us about a veteran who you've known during your life and what they meant to you. And if you don't know a veteran, can you explain to us what Veterans Day means to you?
I used to own a staffing company, and I interviewed a veteran one day. He was a computer programmer looking for a job as a computer programmer. And I noticed something about his resume that was kind of unusual. He had exactly a year gap in his resume. And I asked him, I said, what's this gap here? And he said, I was in jail. I said, really? What happened? Why were you in jail? He was dealing cocaine. He was in the Marines dealing cocaine. They caught him, busted him, and put him in the brig for that amount of time. Well, that seems kind of unfair to somebody who serves their country and fights our country and risks their lives. But he broke the rules, and he had to pay. He ended up being very successful, despite his issue that he had years ago. He overcame it, and I was really impressed by that. Great veteran.
Well, you've been gone a couple of weeks, but that was, I'm glad you're back. That was very thoughtful. That was very thoughtful. Did you know that on November 26th, 1789, the first American holiday was proclaimed by President George Washington? It was a day of prayer and public thanksgiving for the gratitude and for the gratitude of the successful establishment of the new American Republic. So Pete, this coming Thursday, a week from Thursday, a week from today is Thanksgiving. How will you be spending your day on Thanksgiving next week?
Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to segue in our traditional way to another special day in November. Sorry about that. It's actually November 19th. It's actually the day I met my wife. Long time ago, it was November 19th, 1978. It was the Harvard-Yale game, and believe it or not, it was a blind date, but I didn't know it. One of my best friends came to me and said, "Do you have an extra ticket?" I said, "Sure." And he said, "Well, is it okay if I bring someone along who can use it?" I said, "Sure, that's fine." Not realizing it would be my future wife. It turned out my friend was dating someone at another college, and it was her roommate, and she knew it was a blind date and didn't want to go. So she fought it like crazy and ended up coming, and the rest is history, because we've been married for 34 years now. But November 19th has a very special meaning for me. The Harvard-Yale game is coming up this weekend. I will be there at Fenway Park, so I'm very excited about that. And So November is actually a very special time for me. That date is a very special time for me. And we just became grandparents 6 weeks ago, so birthday wasn't in November, but it's November now, so I'm very excited about that.
Well, since it's time, I'm
Clock
gonna,
says 44.
yep, so I'm gonna turn it back over to Brandon.
Thank you. Considering the time, that was a pretty good table topic, so I'm very grateful. Next is the evaluation.